coverage of CVCA Royals hockey. My name is Tim Nichols, and it's good to have you with us once again. We've reached the final weekend of the regular season and the end of a 7-game road trip for the Royals. CVCA tonight has a chance to clinch its share of the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League Divisional Championship in the Blue East Division. It would be their first since 2010. We are live from the Kent State University Ice Arena tonight for CVCA and Kent Roosevelt. And right now on the ice, before we get started, there is a special ceremony honoring the head coach of the Western Reserve Academy Pioneers, Brand Clausen, who is a mentor to Coach Brad Edwards, the head coach here at WRA. Coach Clausen will be retiring at the end of this season, and he's been a fixture in Greater Cleveland High School hockey in Northeast Ohio for more than 3 decades. CVCA and WRA matched up in early January, and the Pioneers earned a come-from-behind 4-3 victory against the Royals. And a few days later, WRA and Coach Clausen celebrated when the longtime Pioneers coach won his 250th career game as head coach for the boarding school in Hudson, Ohio. Clausen's a former Division I athlete at Bowling Green State University. He started coaching at WRA in 1994. But, as we said, he's headed to retirement after this season is completed. He first started playing hockey when he was 5 years old, a 4-year varsity player at Irondequoit High School in Rochester, New York. He'd go on to play 2 years of club hockey at Bowling Green, in addition to playing 3 years on the D1 varsity lacrosse team there. Coach Clausen with a ceremonial first puck drop tonight at center ice with the 2 captains of both the teams here tonight, CVCA's Nick Humphrey and Mikey Haney from Kent Roosevelt. Clausen, a mentor to Coach Brad Edwards here at Kent Roosevelt. He's won 4 Barron Cup championships over the years in his long-time coaching career, including last year in the White Division. And right now, the WRA Pioneers sit in first place in the White East Division, and they'll try and get Coach Clausen, Coach Brand Clausen, his 5th Barron Cup as he heads into retirement in about a week and a half. So, nice ceremony before the game here at the Kent State University Ice Arena. And once again, you are tuned in live to CVCA live streams coverage of Royals hockey. CVCA and Kent Roosevelt, the Rough Riders, in their 5th matchup of the season tonight. The first meeting, though, since December the 15th. The Royals hold a 3-1 edge in the season series. But both teams have a lot to play for as this tonight, as seeding for next week's Barron Cup tournament in Brooklyn is up for grabs. Both teams are in. It's a matter of where they will fall in the seedings and who they will play. Before we do get started in earnest tonight, a reminder, we'd like to encourage you to follow CVCA Livestream social media contacts on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram by searching for the social media hashtag at CVCA Livestream. By following us on social media, you'll be able to keep track of our broadcast schedule and other news and notes about CVCA athletics, and we strongly encourage you to do that because, as we mentioned, both these teams have already qualified for the Barron Cup next week. The Barron Cup broadcast schedule will be primarily brought to you by Sports on Tap, the Sports on Tap podcast group, but we will have coverage of CVCA hockey next week if they advance to the weekend, and we may have coverage if they do not play on Monday. So, again, lots to come, lots to be figured out with the results of tonight's game and the rest of the games in the Blue, East, and West divisions over the course of the next 3 days. But make sure you follow us on CVCA Livestream on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for up-to-date information on our plans for coverage next week. Our plans for coverage tonight include this game right here, Kent and CVCA. The Royals have won 5 straight games since dropping a 4-1 decision to Parma in the opening of the Parma Martin Luther King tournament on January 13th, the first game of a 7-game road string. At 21-7-0, CVCA has already matched the second-best march all time for wins in a season, trailing only the 2018-2019 team that won 23 games en route to the second Barron Cup title in school history. This year's team still has work to do. The game tonight with Roosevelt and the final regular season game on Saturday with Chagrin Falls. One win in those two games at a minimum will give CVCA a share of the Blue East Divisional Championship and the 2 seed next week in the Barron Cup tournament. A pair of wins will give CVCA the Divisional Championship outright for the first time in school history and the top seed in Barron Cup 3, the tournament contested by the top 8 blue teams in the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League. So, we'll keep you up to date on all those scenarios as we go through tonight's broadcast, as well as the broadcast on Saturday night against Chagrin Falls. Roosevelt is playing their final game of the season here at home tonight, and it's also the final divisional game for the Rough Riders, who have 2 non-divisional games to wrap up the regular season this weekend against Strongsville and Kenston. The Riders come into tonight's game knowing that they will be in Brooklyn next week, but they want to win out and stay out of the play-in game. What's that? That is the game where the 4th seed in the Blue East Division plays the 4th seed in the West Division to advance for the opportunity to play in the top 8 in the Barron Cup. It's a new feature this year, the play-in game, 4 East versus 4 West. They win tonight against CVCA, they'll pretty much lock themselves into the 3rd place spot and avoid that play-in game, so they've got a lot to play for tonight. They do enter tonight's game at a record of 13 wins, 11 losses, 3 ties overall, and a record of 4 wins, 4 losses, and 1 tie in the Blue East. That's good enough for 3rd, as we said, but a loss would drop them to 4th in that play-in game. So, they would play either Lakewood or Normandy, as everything stands right now, but again, things could change over the course of the next 3 days. The Riders opened the season strong, going 8-2-1 in the first third of the campaign. That included a pair of tournament championships, the Talawanda Thanksgiving Tournament and their own Adam Hamilton Memorial Tournament, highlighted by a 1-0 overtime shootout victory against the Royals. But then the trouble began. CVCA and Roosevelt met up again just 7 days later, and the Royals romped to a 7-1 victory. CVCA would defeat Roosevelt 2 more times before the Christmas holiday, and Roosevelt stumbled through a 2-win, 6-loss, and 2-tie stretch over a 4-week period through early January, with the lowest point being a 2-game stretch around the New Year where the Riders first tied and then lost to NDCL on December 30th and January 5th, the only divisional win, as it is, for the lowly NDCL Lions in 2 years. But the worm turned, as it were, on January 12th when Roosevelt soundly defeated Cleveland Heights 8-1 here at the Kent State University Ice Arena. And that's a Heights team that's currently sitting in 2nd place over in the Blue West Division and riding a 5-game winning streak. Perhaps the best win of the season for the Riders, easily the best win since the calendar turned to 2023. Roosevelt is 3-3 in their last 6 games, righting the ship a bit as they enter the final weekend of the regular season. They are a team that can beat anyone on their best day, but they need to be at their best today in order to do so. The Riders are led in the scoring column by a trio of sophomores. Forward Alex Geist leads Roosevelt with 12 goals and 10 assists on the season. Fellow sophomores Parker Gibbons and Alex Sims both have 10 goals on the season as well. Gibbons was the Rough Rider who scored the game winner against the Royals in the Adam Hamilton Tournament shootout. He also has 5 assists on the season. Sims' older brother Brad Sims also has 10 goals and 12 assists so far in the 2022-2023 season. And on defense, the Royals will have to look out for senior Mikey Haney and Dominic France. They're a pair that present a physical presence whenever they're on the ice. And no overview of the Roosevelt Rough Riders would be complete without mention of Brooke Binder, the sophomore netminder for the Riders. Binder has played every game for Roosevelt, and she sports an 88.7% save percentage and allows just 2.84 goals per game. Through 27 games, Brooke Binder stopped 602 opponent shots, and she's got a pair of shutouts to her credit. We mentioned the Royals. They've won 5 in a row. Last Friday night, the Royals shot out to a 6-0 lead against Orange after 2 periods and held on for a 6-2 win. That came on the heels of a 7-4 win against NDCL on January 21st, a game that we had for you on CVCA live stream. Sophomore Noah Chidima continues to light the lamp at an amazing rate for CVCA. The sophomore has 35 goals to his credit this season, but he's also got 25 assists as well for a team-high 60 points. But he's far from the only threat on the ice for CVCA. 3 other Royals sophomores have surpassed the 40-point mark. Jared Outward has 23 goals and 23 assists for 46 points. Cord Stegmeyer has 24 goals, 19 assists, also 43 points. And fellow sophomore Jacob Schwartzbeck has 20 goals and 25 assists for 45 total points. And that doesn't count senior Nick Humphrey and junior David Siff, who aren't far behind. Humphrey, 16 goals, 23 assists, and Siff, 14 goals and 20 assists coming into the game tonight. The Royals scoring machine has gotten so productive that even senior defenseman Zach Nichols is on a 2-game scoring streak for the first time in his career. And speaking of defense, that's the other story of the season for the Royals. Nichols and fellow senior Mark Mosher, as well as sophomores Carter Martin and Eli Parada, anchor a defense that's been stingy, surrendering just 2.7 goals a game this year. The speedy sophomore play is a huge part of that as well, as the Royals' back check can make transitioning through the neutral zone a monumental challenge at times for their opposing forwards. Sophomore goaltender Caleb Mosher's won 14 of 18 contests on the season, surrendering just 2.3 goals a game, and in 3 starts against Roosevelt, Mosher has given up just 2 goals this season. Carson Houck, the senior, has won 7 of 10 games that he started in goal this season for the Royals, surrendering 3.1 goals a game. CVCA seeks win number 22 today and a share of the Blue East Divisional Championship. It's CVCA and Kent Roosevelt round 5 coming up next on CVCA live stream. The Kent Roosevelt High School Pep Band on hand tonight. It's the last home game of the season for the Rough Riders, and they're bringing out all the stops with the Pep Band in the house. There's a nice crowd on hand here at Roosevelt to see the Rough Riders off to their weekend, their final weekend of the season, and then on to Brooklyn next weekend, the Barron Cup. The Royals looking to make sure that life is difficult tonight. That's the plan, looking for that win number 22. This is the 18th all-time meeting between the two schools and the 5th, as we mentioned and chronicled this season. The Riders hold a decided edge in the all-time series, 13 wins against 3 losses and 1 tie. CVC had never defeated Roosevelt before this year, capturing the first ever victory over the Rough Riders in the opening game of the Adam Hamilton Memorial Tournament on December 1st by a score of 4-1. The Riders returned the favor just 3 days later, defeating the Royals in a shootout. We mentioned that before. The championship game of the Hamilton Tournament was scoreless through overtime, and that's when Roosevelt's Parker Gibbons got the game winner in the 3rd round of the shootout. The Royals then won the last 2 matchups in December, 7-1 in a Blue East divisional matchup and 4-3 in the opener of the Karen Barlow Memorial Tournament. The Rough Riders are coached by Kent Roosevelt graduate Brad Edwards. He graduated in 1996 from Roosevelt. He's in his 3rd season on the Roosevelt bench, and he's the 6th head coach in the history of the Kent Roosevelt program. He's assisted by 3 fellow alums in Tyler Gallagher, Mike Haney Jr., and Brent Pfeiffer, as well as Dave Sims. By contrast, the Royals are coached by Doug Fairchild, who's in his 15th year on the bench for CVCA. Fairchild recorded his 200th career victory against Twinsburg back in December, and he's assisted by Rich Hurdle and Mark Brower. The clock is wound down. 15 minutes is up on the scoreboard, and we're just about ready for the starting lineups to be announced here tonight from the KSU Ice Arena. The Royals wearing all black tonight with the CVCA emblem on the front of the jerseys. Blue and white piping and accents. They'll wear their black helmets for the all black look tonight for CVCA. They are lined up in the end line to our left and to your left on the camera. Roosevelt, the home team tonight, on their goal line. Roosevelt red, bottoms white tops. The Kent Roosevelt emblem, the R with the Rough Rider on the R in the front of the Roosevelt jerseys. The home team, they'll skate right to left here in the 1st and 3rd periods tonight from the KSU Ice Arena. Once again, you are tuned in to CVCA live streams coverage of Royals hockey on the road from the Kent State University Ice Arena, the final home game of the season for Roosevelt, the final regular season road game for the Royals, wrapping up a 7-game journey that's taken them 3 weeks to complete. Royals 5-1 on the road in the last 6 games, looking to go 6-1 tonight here before they host Chagrin Falls on senior night on Saturday. First, the starting lineup for the Royals. In goal tonight, number 45, Caleb Mosher. He gets the start, and brother Mark Mosher will start on defense, the senior assistant captain. Zach Nichols, another senior for the Royals, starts for CVCA. The captain, Nick Humphrey, gets the start tonight for the Royals. Assistant captain and junior David Siff at center. And Court Stegmeyer, the sophomore, number 8, will start for CVCA tonight. And now for the Rough Riders. Brooke Binder played every game this season. She's the only goaltender on the roster. Sophomore Brooke Binder. Dominic France, sophomore. 8 goals, 8 assists this season, starts on defense. Alex Geist, a revelation this year for the Riders, starts. Brad Sims, one half of the Sims brother pair, will start at forward, the junior. Senior Sam Stefanchek gets the start for the Riders tonight. The captain of the Riders, number 22, Mike Haney. And now we're going to pause to honor America with the playing of our national anthem. A nice rendition of the national anthem by the Kent High School Pep Band here in the house tonight to entertain the fans. And we're counting down the moments to Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League Blue East Divisional Hockey. A big game tonight. The Royals trying to march toward the Barron Cup top seed. The Riders trying to secure a higher slot in the Barron Cup next week. Their final game of the season here at home, and their final divisional game of the season, their last chance to improve upon their 4-4-1 divisional record. We're glad you've joined us. We've got a good one in store for you as the Royals and Riders wrap up their final pregame festivities. Caleb Mosher, the sophomore, leads the Royals out on the ice. CVCA in search of their first outright divisional championship in school history. There is an outside chance the Royals could secure that tonight. They would need a win and a Lakewood. Actually, they could not do that. They've got to win tonight and win on Saturday against Chagrin Falls. They could secure the top seed tonight in the Barron Cup with a win and a Lakewood victory over Parma, but that's later on tonight. Right now, we've got hockey from the KSU Ice Arena, and we're underway. The face-off opening is controlled by the Riders. Into the zone is Mikey Haney. His first shot is on goal and a save for Mosher, his first of the contest. Puck is loose. Stefanchek sends it in. It goes around the boards to the far side. Haney back up to the point. And the Riders would pressure. It's knocked down in front, but still kept in the zone. Shot into the near side corner, and Nick Humphrey will chase after it for CVCA. Funnels it around the boards, but still kept in on the top right point. Shot in, another save by Mosher, and Haney has it again. Haney right up to the point. This one's dumped down low. It trickles in, and Mosher with the save covers the puck. A little bit of pushing and shoving in front of the net. And a good first 45 seconds and first shift for the Riders. Controlling the action. Royals unable to get out of their own defensive zone, and both teams will change up in the swarm line. The sophomores now come out for CVCA. Alex Sims takes the face-off. It's shot in, but now controlled by CVCA. They'll try and build out, but knocked back down, and the Royals will have to reset. Carter Martin has it. He'll skate behind his net and look to start the breakout. Outward, chips it forward, and finally Noah Chidima breaks out for the Royals. Across the red line and into the offensive zone. It's poke checked away, and Chidima will dump it down low. Lager Lindstrom, the Swede, is on it for the Riders, and he gets it right back. Chips it forward and out of the zone, but brought right back in. Riders will try and set up. Cross ice, Haney, the captain. Long pass. And it's sent up into the Royals offensive zone. Eli Parada is going to retreat and capture the puck. Angles it off the boards. It's up but not out. Kept back in. And now a chance. Here comes Sims. Alex Sims, met by Carter Martin. Around the boards it goes. Lindstrom with a shot high and over the goal of Mosher. Long rebound all the way out of the zone and controlled at center ice by the Riders. Geist, cross ice, Lindstrom. And into the zone once again. Parada will get there first, and Eli with pressure. It's taken away from him by Owen Stauffer. Loose in front. Stegmeyer and Parada for the Royals try and dig it out, and Parada does. Parada will start the break up ice into the offensive zone for CVCA. Stops, resets, shoots, and it's knocked down in front. Dominic France got in the way of that shot, and here come the Riders once again. Early first period action, end to end it goes. So that shot is deflected up into the netting, and the first stoppage of the game occurs, actually the second stoppage with 12:38 to go in the first period, no score. Out to take the face-off is Brad Sims for Roosevelt. Nick Humphrey across from him for the Royals. Face-off to the left of Mosher. Dropped down and controlled. And shot in. Save. Rebound is loose in front. Swept away by Mark Mosher out of harm's way into the corner for the moment. Mosher has it again. He'll send it up and just out of the outstretched arms of and reach of Alex Geist, but all the way down the ice for an icing against CVCA. We'll do it again in the offensive zone of the Riders. This time the face-off to the right of Mosher. And this one's controlled to the Royals. It's angled off the neutral zone boards and controlled on the far side by France, who skates up into the offensive zone. France not stopped until he's poke checked away by Ben Wilford. Now Humphrey behind the net, loses the puck. They leave it for Geist. Geist's shot is knocked down in front, but he's there to keep it in for the moment. Wilford sends it forward, but still not out, and finally down the ice it goes. No icing, and so back on it is France. France and Stegmeyer meet up behind the goal. Sent up to the neutral ice. Wilford forward, too far, and loose again. Wilford chips it back out of the zone. And France has it. France finds Sims. That's Alex Sims skating into the zone, met by two Royals, Humphrey and Wilford, and it's sent up. Here comes a chance for CVCA. With wheels is Jared Outward. Outward. Centering pass. Looking for Jacob Schwartzbeck. He stopped his rush, and it went right through in front of the Brooke Bender goal. Bender's had a quiet first 4 minutes of the contest. Has not yet had to make a save. The Riders controlling much of the action here in the first early part of the contest. Stauffer loses the puck. Carter Martin will dump it in deep, and both teams will chase it. First to it is Teddy Macaron. Macaron sends it forward, intercepted. Here's a chance for the Royals. Shot, save, the first one of the night by Binder. That shot by Outward for CVCA. Behind the net, the Royals control. Centering pass is intercepted in front of Binder's goal, and here come the Riders. Ozzie Herbrook loses the puck. Now the Royals on the counter. Barada. He'll dump it in deep. And chasing it is Dominic France, who'll get to it first. France sends it forward. Stam Stefanchuk is there on it. Stefanchuk has it. And it's defensive zone turnover. Noah Chidima, check that, it's David Siff, sends it toward the goal. It's knocked down in front and sent around the board's far side, where France will give chase and get to it first. He sends it up, but it's deflected and not out. It comes to the Royals, shot and saved by Brooke Binder. Her first tough chance of the evening. The Royals' first good opportunity of the night. Binder up to the task that time. And with 9:53 to go in the first period, no score and a face-off to the right of Binder. Dropped down and won by Humphrey. Shot is wide by Matt Porter. Comes all the way around. And sent back in deep. Deflected down low by Humphrey. Original shot off of Mark Mosher's stick. The Royals keep it in. France will collect it. Angles it off the boards, but Mosher's there to keep it in. Sends it forward. It's deflected in front. Drops down and Humphrey tries to get to it. Can't. It's sent back up. Mosher can't control. And now the Riders break out, and Zach Nichols is going to head to the penalty box. And the only question is how long. Referee pointing toward his head. And this could give a big opportunity to the Riders. It looks like a 2-minute penalty against Nichols. We'll wait for the official announcement. Referee touched his head, so head contact, but the 2-minute variety, so the Royals get a break there. But the Riders go on the power play for the first time tonight. Their power play has been effective 15 out of 67 times for a 22.4% overall effective rate on the season, and they'll have a 2-minute power play right here. Both teams battle in the corner, down low, and the Riders are unable to dig it out, and Mikey Haney cannot keep it in. It'll trickle out to center ice, and he'll chip it forward, and the Riders will try and reset, but they cannot. And the Royals make a clearance, and it is 2 minutes head contact against Nichols, the official penalty against CVCA. Teddy Macaron, cross ice pass to Haney. He'll send it forward. Alex Geist can't get it. Here's a chance for Noah Chidima on a breakaway. Nice back checking. Chidima shoots. Saved by Binder on the shorthanded opportunity for the Royals. Here's the replay. Chidima battling the not one, not two, but three different riders. And Brooke Binder had to make the save to keep it a no-score contest. Face-off is dropped down and one for the moment by the Royals, who quickly give it up. But then it's sent back in toward Binder's goal. She'll stick it aside and collected behind the net by Macaron. 53 seconds left to go on the penalty time to Zach Nichols. The Riders try and gain the zone, and they do. Send it down low, but no one there for CVCA. The clearance made by Jacob Schwartzbeck, and 40 seconds remains on the penalty time. David Siff to Pester, and he's dumped for his efforts down behind the end line. The Riders try and build it out. Here comes Haney with some speed into the offensive zone. Check that out, it's not Haney. That was Macaron. Puck is loose in front, shot, and it's over the crossbar and comes to the near side, controlled by Macaron. Stauffer with 14 seconds left sends a centering pass. It's intercepted by CVCA and cleared off. The Royals will change up with 8 seconds left on the penalty time. That'll just about do it for the opportunity for Roosevelt on the 5-on-4 man advantage. The Royals, Stauffer and Nick Humphrey go tumbling to the ice, and the Riders head up the ice again for another chance. Stefanchuk gains the offensive zone but loses the puck. CVCA tries to break out, both teams back to even strength, full strength as it were, and Mark Mosher will collect the loose puck behind his end line. Sends it forward, kept in by Owen Stauffer. And now the Royals clear it out to center ice, where Eric Lager Lindstrom has it. Cross ice pass, finds a teammate over there. That's Matt McCann, I believe, his first shift of the night. Riders dump it in deep. 6:49 to go first period. No score from the KSU Ice Arena. The puck dribbles in on Caleb Mosher. He'll jump on it for the save and a stoppage with 6:41 to go. Here's that last rush. Macaron feathering it toward the goal. Never got quite there, and so the Riders' opportunity foiled. Face off to the right of Caleb Mosher with 6:41 to go in the first period. It's controlled by the Riders. The shot is fanned on and gets right back to Alex Geist. He'll dump it down low the second time. Ben Wilford has it for the Royals. He'll chip it forward to himself. The Royals cannot clear the zone, at least not yet, and now they do. Here comes Chidima again. Chidima just has a way of finding the puck. His shot is deflected high into the netting off the stick of Dominic France, and so the Royals will get an offensive zone face-off with 6:17 to go in the first period. You're tuned into CVCA live streams coverage of Royals hockey. The Royals and Rough Riders from the KSU Ice Arena tonight. Tim Nichols along with you. Hope you're enjoying the coverage tonight. Puck is loose. Outward has it for the Royals. Sends it forward. Was looking for Chidima. One of the Riders stepped in. Now Outward gets it back, or does he? No, the Riders have it. And the rider that does have it is Sam Stefanchek. Off the left wing, centering, actually shot. Rebound is loose in front. A good opportunity right there for Brad Sims. He couldn't bury it, and so the Royals live to go to the next shift and the next opportunity. Still no score. Another shot goes wide of the board, or wide of the goal rather, and the Royals will dump it out to center ice, and a race is on. Outward, can't get there, or can he? They gain the zone. Chidima has it. Chidima has got Schwartz back. He's there. Couldn't get anything on the shot, and he's dumped for his efforts by France. CVCA can't keep the zone. Delayed offsides, and for the Riders, Alex Geist starts the breakout. Cross ice pass. Alex Sims to his brother Brad, and he'll dump it in deep and chase after it. Around the back of the boards. Mosher for the Royals chips it up and out to neutral ice. Long pass. Stegmeyer there for CVCA was lurking. Couldn't quite catch up to it, and it's back out to the neutral zone and sent in deep. Royals offsides though, and so Stegmeyer will have to get out of the zone. And now comes Stauffer into the offensive zone. Carter Martin back checking. Puck swept aside, and a whistle. And we'll see what the call is. As we wait, the referee comes to the scorer's table, and it looks like there may be another power play opportunity, perhaps. And there will be another power play opportunity for the Riders. This time, Cord Stegmeyer is going to be escorted or told to report to the penalty box. Stegmeyer leads CVCA in penalty minutes this season, and he'll get another 2 minutes there. And the Riders again on the power play with 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go. CVCA wins the faceoff though and clears the puck out, and the Riders will have to reset. Long outlet pass. Too far. And the penalty is too many men on the ice against the Royals. And it's serviced, and a goal for the Royals! The Royals just dumping it in, and Brooke Binder misplays the puck. She tried to catch it and missed the catch, and it just fell in right behind her. A freak shorthanded goal puts CVCA on top, and here it is again. CVCA with a shorthanded goal. 4 minutes and 7 seconds remaining into the period. Time of the goal for the Royals, 10 minutes and 53 seconds for CVCA, and it's 1-0 Royals. Noah Chidima on the goal for the Royals, his 36th goal of the season for CVCA, and proving the old adage, if you throw it on net, sometimes good things will happen. A shorthanded goal for the Royals, and it's 1-0. The power play continues, 1:33 to go, and CVCA controls. They can't gain the zone, however. Turned over again. Sif will send it in deep. Lurking down there is Schwartzbeck. Backhanded shot, cannot get it on goal. He'll try a sharp angled shot. It's knocked down. There's another one, and Binder has to make another save. 1:15 to go on the penalty time for too many men on the ice for CVCA. It's sent up, and Carter Martin will have it. He'll send it forward again. It's deflected, and Mikey Haney will collect it in the corner. A minute gone on the penalty for CVCA. 1-0 Royals on the shorthanded goal. Here comes Haney, though. Haney into the offensive zone. Will skate behind the net, and Haney levels CVCA's Schwartzbeck. And now here comes a chance for the Royals the other way. Martin into the zone. A nice play by Haney. Back checking there. But the Royals forecheck working, and the Riders having trouble is gaining the zone on this power play. Just 30 seconds left. Sent up, and they're going to clear it again. Will CVCA. Down the ice it goes, and it races on. Chidima, who just scored, will go and not quite get there, but around the boards it goes, and controlled, actually let go by CVCA's Nick Humphrey. Out to center ice, and Alex Sims has it. He'll gain the zone. Just 10 seconds left. Power play still going. Shot is wide, and the Royals angle it off the board, kept in, shot centered, deflected in front by Stauffer. A great chance there. Penalty time is up, and the Royals back to full strength. So CVCA a shorthanded goal on that power play. Here comes Martin Mosher. He'll gain the zone for the Royals and dump it in deep. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first period. Chidima from Outward, the official scoring on the CVCA goal. Noah Chidima from Jared Outward. 1-0. Now 2 minutes left. Stauffer will gain the zone for the Riders. He'll skate around Stegmeyer. Center is trickled in front, and the Royals are going to clear it down the ice, but it will be right on Brooke Binder's goal, so no icing, and Binder will leave it for Dominic France. Now Stauffer with pressure from Outward. Stauffer gains the zone, but he's going to run into one of the Royals there, and a collision. Still, the Riders with a chance. Oh, a huge save, a lucky save right there for Caleb Mosher. I don't think he expected that one to come in so quickly. Here's the replay. But Mosher in the right place with his body, getting in front of that shot, and once it fell down, he jumped right on it. So a good chance right there for the Riders, looking for the equalizer here late in period number one. Face-off will be to the left of Caleb Mosher here with 1:33 to go. First period action from the Kent State University Ice Arena. Another shot quickly in and loose in front. The second shot goes wide. It's angled up off the boards, but still kept in by the Riders. Zach Nichols will send it around. But it's still kept in, and a shot and a save by Mosher. 1:13 to go. Good pressure by the Riders here. Loose in front. Shot saved by Mosher, and he jumps on it. And pushing and shoving ensuing. These teams at the fifth meeting of the year, and Mikey Haney giving a little face wash to Matt Porter. Porter will pick up Haney's glove and say, "You lost this," and he gives it right back to him. Players know each other from the 5 contests now so far this year, and frankly, these players know each other from plenty of hockey over the years together. So 1:06 to go. Face off to the left of Mosher. They drop it down, and it's won by the Riders again. Shot in and saved by Caleb Mosher. So we'll do it again with 1:02 to go. It took 4 seconds between stoppages right there. This one's controlled to CVCA, and Carter Martin sends it around the boards to Outward. Outward sends it up, but not out. It's dumped back in, but deflected, and now the Royals clear it. Chidima will chase after it. He gets to it. Chidima, the goal scorer, has it poked away from him, and Martin will chip it up, but almost misplays it, but gets it right back, chips it forward. It's Lager Lindstrom, sends it back the other direction, and the Riders will gain the zone once again. Shot in and saved. Long rebound collected by Eli Parada. Haney pushes him aside, and the Royals get a loose puck. Sent forward, and Chidima has it. Chidima 2-on-1 for the Royals. Chidima to his right, tries to center. It falls to outward on the far side. Schwartzbeck, backhanded shot saved by Binder, and collecting it is Macaron. 15 seconds to go. It trickles down the ice. They'll wave off icing, so Eli Parada's got to get on his horse to make sure he collects that puck. Skates behind his goaltender, and he'll wait. He'll get some pressure from Ozzie Hairbrook, but pretty much will ice the puck up against the boards. Oh, and Stauffer says hello, but the horn sounds, and we've reached the end of the first period. Shots on goal in the first period. Kent Roosevelt 12, CVCA 6, but the score on the scoreboard, Royals 1, Roosevelt nothing, as we've reached the end of period number 1. As we have reached an exciting conclusion to the first period, we're going to pause right now for this message from Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy.
What is excellence? Excellence is a battle cry that you were made for more than this, in a world that is so satisfied with just okay. It's striving for greatness not only when there is a prize or recognition to be won, but in the still and quiet with only an audience of one. It's going above and beyond for others in service because our God has gone above and beyond all that we could have asked or imagined in His pursuit of us. It's diving into studies and academic pursuits, believing that the Lord has fashioned our minds out of the dust of the earth to understand and master complex concepts and the deep mysteries of the universe. It's preparation, not only for college or a career, but a life recklessly abandoning the ordinary and believing that the God who moves mountains lives inside you and will use you to turn the world upside down for His glory. A school defined by excellence is so much more than a building and classrooms. It is a defining culture, a strong imprint on a student's life in the way they will learn and grow. It is a life-altering encounter that surrounds them with people and experiences that shape who they will become. It is the foundation that they will take with them wherever they go. It is what they will see in their rearview mirrors as guideposts, showing them the way forward and propelling them to excel still more. In our lives, in our homes, in our families, in our communities, to go out and impact the world that God so loved. To shine a light on the darkest and most broken places, to be the salt to those who have lost their flavor, to bring love and healing as the hands and feet that we are called to be. We are CVCA, and we are called to excel still more.
Always enjoy watching that video and hope you had a good chance to learn more about CVCA. You are invited to explore and learn about Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy and our students, the incredible community that makes up the CVCA family. The Royals community comes together in marvelous ways to impact young hearts and minds, not only in our classrooms, athletic fields, and stage, but also in the day-to-day experiences of the young people that walk the halls, fields, and stage, but also the day-to-day experiences of the young people every single time they enter the building. What makes CVCA unique? Well, as you consider the community you'd like to be a part of, we invite you to experience CVCA and see what sets us apart. You can hear how CVCA continues to make an impact on our students and their families, as well as our faculty and alumni. The Winter Open House, you missed that opportunity, but we still have an opportunity for you to join us at the upcoming Family Preview Night on February 9th, 2023. We can't wait to meet you, but to do so, you've got to sign up and register at www.cvcaroyals.org/admissions. Scoring in that first period, just one goal, and that goal came off the stick of Noah Chidima, a shorthanded goal that fooled Brooke Binder from the blue line on the left point. Chidima with a shorthanded shot. Binder misplayed off her glove and off the top bar into the goal. 1-0 Royals for Chidima, his 36th goal on the season, the assist to Jared Outward, I believe, as I recall it. So 1-0 Royals. On Saturday, the Royals will have their final home game of the season. And in addition to being senior night, it'll be junior Royals night. And so if you are watching and you have an interest in coming out on Saturday, there's still time to sign up. It's going to be a big crowd with a bunch of junior Royals. Check-in will begin at 4:30. Game actually starts at 4:45. That's an update from what says on the slide here at 5 o'clock. The game was moved up 15 minutes because of all the festivities that night. So come on out on junior Royals night. Registration limited to the first 50 junior Royals. I believe they got about 8 to 10 slots left. So if you're watching and you want to come out to the Garfield Heights Dan Costal Rec Center on Saturday, we enjoy to come out and have a great time. Registrants will enjoy an open skate with the team after the game. Free skate rentals, freebies, hot chocolate, a great time on Saturday when CVCA takes on Chagrin Falls at the Dan Costal Rec Center. You can register online at www.cvcaroyals.org/junior-royals-club. So it's not on the screen, so I'll repeat it once again. It's www.cvcaroyals.org/junior-royals-club. In other CVCA athletic news, the boys basketball team defeated Tuslaw last Friday, and the final score of that game was 86-33. Super sophomore Darren Peterson had another huge night with 40 points, and seniors Jackson Shelby and Jonathan Fridline chipped in with 14 points apiece. So that's the last Royals victory. With the win, CVCA is now 13-4 overall and 11-0 in conference play, and we've got a special presentation for you tomorrow night. This same CVCA live stream team will be back in action, bringing you boys basketball on a special presentation for senior night. You'll be able to watch that game, CVCA versus Manchester, starting at 6:30 p.m. tomorrow with all the senior night's festivities exclusively on the NFHS network. So not on YouTube tomorrow, on NFHS network. NFHS is the official live streaming partner for all CVCA events that occur in Tim Byerly Gymnasium and at Royal Stadium. So you do need a subscription to watch the NFHS network, but if you have a leftover subscription or an annual subscription from football season or from watching sports in the fall, or if you've been watching basketball even throughout the regular season this season without our commentary, you get us tomorrow night, the full CVCA live stream crew. If you don't have a subscription, you can pick one up on a monthly pass for just $11.99 at www.nfhsnetwork.net. So, we'll be back with a lot more sports and athletics activity tomorrow from CVCA. CVCA versus Manchester. With a win tomorrow night, the Royals can clinch a share of the PAC championship, so tune in and we'll bring the action to you. Girls basketball hosted Triway last Saturday and doubled up the Titans 52-26. Senior Kylie Bettinger led all scorers with 18 points. And on Monday, the Lady Royals traveled up to NDCL and won again, 52-31. And Bettinger matched her performance from Saturday with another 18 points on 6 3-pointers. Gia Castellanova added 15 for the Royals. And it's been a busy week because last night the Lady Royals hit the road again and they won at Fairless 67-33, which clinched them a share of the PAC title. Last night, Castellanova had 19 points, Bettinger 15, and Joy Williams added 11. The girls can win the PAC outright with a win on Saturday night at Canton South. Earlier this week, the OHSAA state tournament brackets were announced, and CVCA was seeded 4th in the girls basketball state tournament out of 37 teams in Division II West. That lands them in the Elyria district, and they'll open the tournament play on Wednesday, February 15th against Bedford. That game will be at 7 o'clock at CVCA in Tim Byerly Gymnasium. Elsewhere, in Royals athletics action over the course of the last week, the bowling team has been busy. They faced off against Akron North and Walsh Jesuit in a tri-match on Saturday. The Royals were able to secure a big win over the Vikings. The match with Walsh was close, but CVCA fell to the Warriors by just 31 pins. Last night, the bowling team faced off against Ellett and again rolled over 2,200, but came up just short. Ellett came away with a narrow victory against the Royals. CVCA was back in action earlier today against Firestone. CVCA's swimming and diving teams made the short trip to WRA on Monday night. The Royals faced off against WRA, St. Vincent and St. Mary's boys teams, and the CVCA girls matched up against Our Lady of Elms. The Royals boys fell in the matchup with WRA, but they were able to secure wins over St. Vincent and St. Mary on the boys' side, and the girls were able to defeat Lady of the Elms. Last night, they were back in action, the swimming and diving teams against Talmadge, and the Royals earned wins on the girls' and boys' sides on Wednesday evening. Next week, it's the postseason as it begins for the swimming and diving teams as winter sports head into the postseason across the board. Wrestling. CVCA wrestling team hosted Walsh Jesuit last night. The Royals picked up 7 wins, but started fast and ended strong. It was the middle that was the problem. So the match itself was won by Walsh 41-28. But I was able to attend, and the Royals big guys from 165 pounds and up took it to Walsh Jesuit last night. Kyle Snyder competing in his last ever match for CVCA at home. Snyder, the state champion in the 215-pound weight class 2 years ago, now wrestling at 190 pounds. And look for him to do big things along with a number of the other Royals as the postseason begins for wrestling. They will compete Saturday in the OHSWCA state duels at St. Vincent St. Mary. Here, the clock is wound down on the first intermission, and the score is CVCA 1, Kent Roosevelt nothing. And as a reminder, with a win tonight, the Royals can secure a share of their first divisional championship in the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League for the first time since 2010. With a win tonight and a loss in the game that's being competed between Parma and Lakewood, a loss by Parma, the Royals could secure the number 1 seed next week in the Barron Cup. And even if Parma does win tonight, with a win tonight and a win on Saturday against Sugar Falls, the Royals would get the number 1 seed as well. So that's enough of that for now. We'll go through all the permutations for you during the second intermission on the upcoming Barron Cup, which will take place at the venerable John M. Foyne Rec Center in Brooklyn, Ohio next week. Both teams back on the ice. And we're ready to go with second period action. The Riders took it to the Royals in period number 1 with 12 shots to the 6 for CVCA. The Royals benefiting from a misplayed shot on a shorthanded bid that got behind Brooke Binder and lead it 1-0. But certainly they want to come out with a bit more of effort in period number 2. And right here, they start the swarm line, the sophomores for the second period, and they dump it in deep, but the Riders break out with it and go the other direction. Here comes Roosevelt. Nice back check. 3 Royals closing in on the Rider with the puck, and it's loose down low. Chadima will chase after it for the Royals and pivot and break out for CVCA. He'll push it forward. Jared outward. Long cross-ice pass to Schwartzbeck. Good look, and Schwartzbeck shot, saved by Binder, loose in front. It comes to Mark Mosher. He'll send another one in, and Binder makes the save again. This time no rebound, and a couple of good chances for the Royals right out of the gate. Replay of the opening face-off, and we'll go back to live action. The face-off will be to the right of Brooke Binder. Royals centering pass, shot and deflected high off the stick of Court Stegmeyer. And comes out to Sims. That's Alex Sims. Cross ice. Sims gains the zone. To his right, shot wide of Mosher's goal around the boards, and Nick Humphrey has it. Humphrey will skate the other direction. He'll dump it in, but checked out to center ice, and Chadima has it. Delayed offside, a shot on Binder. She makes the save. It wouldn't have counted if it had gone because the Royals were offside. A scrum for the puck inside the blue line. David Siff falls down. One of the riders also falls down. Now it comes loose to center ice, and Carter Martin will dump it back in. CVCA's Nick Humphrey had to get onside. That gives a moment for Teddy Macarone to retrieve the puck, and Macarone has it. Cross ice. Unable to retrieve or to haul it in was Sims, and the Royals dumps it back. That was Alex Sims. Macarone sends it up, not out, outward. We'll send it down low. Humphrey behind the net. We'll get to it. Humphrey runs into and knocks over Eric Lager Lindstrom, like those bowling pins we were talking about during the intermission. Puck loose at center ice, and it's dumped in and wide. No icing. Referees waved that off. It should have been. And the puck is sent back up. Dumped in on Mosher. He makes the save. It was a delayed offside against Roosevelt. They finally get onside, and the Royals will try and build out. Schwartzbeck. Now Martin. Cross ice. Chidima. Outward. Back to Chidima. He'll knock it down and get it. Gets it on his forehand. Shot. Loose in front and swept aside. Noah Chidima. Now Martin. His shot right into the breadbasket of Brooke Binder. She makes the save, and the score stays at 1-0. Here's Chidima's first attempt. He's got one goal in the night. It's the only goal of the evening. And the face-off to the right of Binder. One back to Cord Stegmeyer. His shot goes wide and all the way around the boards. Dumped back in by David Siff. Dominic France tries to battle. Stegmeyer wins the puck though. Ben Wilford tries to shoot. Doesn't get much on it, and now a breakout for the Riders. But they misplay it. They do get a shot in, but the rush averted. Wilford chips it up off the boards, and Humphrey can't get out. It's dumped back in. Mosher skates in to get it for CVCA, the senior. Sends it to Cord Stegmeyer. He's got a couple of riders coming at him. He sends it around for Siff, who can't hold it, and Owen Stauffer. And Siff will do battle. Stauffer about twice the size of David Siff, but Siff wins the battle and gets it out to center ice. But the Riders dump it right back in, and a save by Caleb Mosher. 11:25 to go for second period. Royals leading 1-0. Siff again wins the battle. The puck goes down the ice, and icing is called. It's time the referee's on it, and it'll be a defensive zone face-off for the Royals. 11:14 to go here in period number 2. Once again, we chronicled what's at stake for CVCA. What's at stake for the Riders is an opportunity with a win to stay out of the play-in game next week on Monday in Brooklyn at the Barron Cup. Face-off controlled by the Riders, centered in front, but knocked down by Carter Martin. Owen Stauffer was there waiting. Here comes Schwartzbeck into the offensive zone, puts a shot on Binder, she sticks it aside. Centering pass, loose in front, comes all the way up to the high slot. Parada will dump it in deep, overskated it, and behind the net, it's turned over. Schwartzbeck, though, can't hold it in, and Stauffer will dump it out, and both teams will chase it. Martin and Stauffer. Carter Martin's going to get there first. He'll chip it back and to himself, in a nice play by the sophomore defenseman for CVCA. Martin, cross ice, finds a teammate. That's Parada. Up it goes, but Stauffer there again. Loose, and now Chidima. Chidima into the offensive zone, or just dump it in, and Lager Lindstrom will send around the boards to a teammate. Goes by him and dumped further in deep for a moment by Outward, but sent right back out. Martin finds Schwartzbeck, and he'll dump it in behind the play. A couple of the Riders changing up, and Alex Sims has it. Sims will leave it back to a teammate and send it forward. Mikey Haney. Haney will skate into the offensive zone. The senior captain shoots. Saved by Caleb Mosher. Eli Parada chases it into the corner. He'll chip it up and out. Chipped aside and all the way back to Dominic France. France, long outlet pass to Haney. Sends it forward. And they can't get into the zone because Brad Sims was offside. So the reset, Haney has it again, and this time he gets to the blue line, but poked away, and Chidima has it. 1-on-2, but Chidima with some open ice, shoots, and a stick save into the corner by Brooke Binder. Puck still in the defensive zone for the Riders. As they try and break out, they cannot. The Royals, David Siff sends it back in deep. Around to the near side, and it's going to come to Carter Martin. Now the Royals will set up on offense. Martin has space, skates in, shoots, and it's high over the crossbar. Misses the goal completely. A good chance, but the Royals unable to capitalize. They do have the puck though still. Martin finds Nick Humphrey. France, though, gets to it in the defensive zone. And now Stauffer on the break. Stauffer dumps it in deep. Martin, though, is there. It swoops around the boards. Alex Sims can't control, and the Royals break out. Here comes Nick Humphrey on the right wing. Humphrey skates in, shoots, and another stick save by Binder. End-to-end action. Zach Nichols, though, intercepts. Nichols will try and gain the zone, but he stood up on the blue line and offsides against CVCA. A nice play right there by Alex Geist to prevent any further opportunity for the Royals. Here's that Humphrey shot and the nice save by Brooke Binder. These two teams have played 5 times, and they've played 3 one-goal games of the first 4. This one's another one-goal game at the moment. Zach Nichols dumps that one deep and into the offensive zone off the face-off. Macaron, though, will have it, but he has pressure. Loose puck falls to Alex Sims, who will break out, but the Royals back check much better in the second period so far. Stauffer will get it. Nichols pestering him, so does Mosher. And the teams will battle on the far side. It's dug out and controlled by Sims. Sims from the face-off dot, shot save by Mosher, still loose on the right side of the goal. And an attempted shot is knocked away. The Royals still can't break out, and finally they do clear the zone. Lager Lindstrom will dump it in deep, but Stauffer is offsides, and that'll give Mark Mosher some time to reset for CVCA. Cross ice pass, Schwartzbeck has it. 3-on-3, Schwartzbeck gains the zone. On his left, will leave it for Chidima. Chidima has it, skates, shoots, and a save gloved down by Binder. We are more than halfway through period number 2. Here's the last opportunity, and a nice save by Mosher as that puck trickled to the right-hand side. 7:21 to go, still 1-0. Just over halfway through the second period. This face-off controlled by the Riders, and we'll see if they can break out with it. They gain the zone, but poke checked away immediately, and the Riders will have to reset. Here's a chance for CVCA. Matt Porter intercepts, shoots, and Binder with a save on the breakaway from Matt Porter. So the Riders misplaying the puck right here, and Matt Porter almost capitalized, just took it right away and skated in onto his forehand. And Binder from about 12 feet away stood tall and made the save for Kent Roosevelt. 7:05 to go, period number 2. 1-0 Royals. Both goalies playing well. And here come the Riders. Haney with some speed into the offensive zone. The Royals push it to his side. He leaves it to the left point. They dump it back in deep. But Eli Parada is going to go there and try and retrieve it. He can't, 2-on-1. And so it's sent back to the far side. Porter will get there first, but he's bodied off the puck. Now it comes to Humphrey. Humphrey was chipping high, but not out. Riders try and dump it in deep, and it goes right to Humphrey once again, and he'll just feather it out to center ice. Roosevelt dumps it back in, but Cord Stegmeyer is the recipient of that pass, and he'll send it up and find Nick Humphrey. He skates into the zone, sends a shot in off Binder's blocker. Stegmeyer gets it on the near side boards. He'll skate below, tries the center, all the way to the other side. Parada will skate in. His shot off the side of the net. Centering pass right there. It'll come all the way to Martin. Martin's shot is wide and deflected, and Dominic France will dig it out and start in the other direction for the Riders. With some speed, France into the zone. Backhanded shot is sticked aside by Mosher. Kept in by Stauffer. He winds up and is wide on a slap shot. Far side, France will dig it out. France, another stick save by Mosher. Good pressure for the Riders right here. Another shot, loose in front. Still loose, shot and a score! It's all tied up on the rebound. The goal by sophomore defenseman Dominic France, his 9th of the season, and the Riders even the score with 5:38 to go in the second period. Here's the shot right there, and the Royals defense lapsing, and it cost them. The Riders draw even. It's 1-1. You can see that one coming with the great pressure the Riders had on that flurry. And Dominic France with the equalizer for Roosevelt. They're right back in it at 1 apiece. So after the restart, the teams battle, and Haney right back into the offensive zone. Schwartzbeck will retrieve the puck, but still kept in. Shot, another rebound, and off the save by Mosher. And CVCA will clear it down the ice. Icing is waved off, and France will have to play the puck behind his end zone, or his end line, rather. And a defensive zone turnover. Schwartzbeck feathers it forward. Shot is wide off the stick of Chidima. Centers it. No one there for CVCA, but they will keep it in. Another shot is knocked down in front, and here come the Riders again. France knocks down one and tries to knock down a second Royal. Meanwhile, the puck is on the other side, sent down low, and Chidima has it. The Royals on their back heel at the moment. Riders with the momentum. 1-1. But a turnover in the neutral zone, and Chidima can try and change that. Skates in, circles, finds Schwartzbeck. His shot is knocked down in front. Didn't get to the goal. It's kept in by Nichols. Now Chidima. His shot is, again, deflected. He gets it right back. Chidima will try and reset, and this time he'll just dump it down low. It's swept around. Mosher waits for it at the left point. Chidima has it, but he's taken away, and the crowd asking for an interference, yelling for an interference penalty. None there, and the Royals will try and break out with it, but they cannot. Nice back check by the Riders. Nichols, without a stick, will kick it to center ice, and it's dumped back in deep. Nichols will skate off without that stick. Actually, will skate to get the stick and stay on. Meanwhile, CVCA breaks out. Here comes Nick Humphrey. Humphrey on the left wing, skates down low, centering pass. No one there for the Royals in front to receive the pass, and the Riders come up with it with 3:23 to go. Back out to neutral ice. Sent forward, Humphrey. The Royals have to reset as Humphrey went in. Nichols will dump it down low. Knocked down. Humphrey will give chase. Keeps it in. Levels a shoulder into one of the Riders. That was Alex Sims. Centering pass. David Sipp was charging, and it's deflected down the ice. Icing is waved off. Nobody there. Nichols is going to have to chase it for CVCA. Everybody on the ice except the one referee assumed icing. And in the corner, finally CVCA digs it out. David Siff. The only player, or the only person on the ice who thought that was icing was the referee, and he's the only one who counts. Loose at center ice. And the Riders will control with 2:28 to go. Long outlet pass is going to be icing against Roosevelt, and a stoppage with 2:21 to go in period number 2. Royals 1, Riders 1. Dominic France with the equalizer here. 9 minutes and 28 seconds into period number 2. The assist on that goal for the Riders to Alex Sims. And that's where we sit, 1-1. Face off to the left, rather the right of Brooke Binder. Sent up and down the ice. And they wave off icing again. So the Royals send it out to center ice, but don't connect. And this is a shot all the way in on goal, saved by Mosher. And that's got to be a hook. No call. No call on a blatant hook Meanwhile, a chance for the Royals. Shot and a glove save by Binder. 2 minor penalties against CVCA so far tonight, and that is an absolute hooking penalty by every way, shape, or form, and the referees just let it go. Royals should be on the power play. Meanwhile, there's a minute 53 to go, and we'll go 5-on-5. That absolutely stopped the Royals' rush. Face off to the left of Binder, into the corner. Sent around the boards, and Owen Stauffer is there for the Riders. It's sent out to center ice. Sent back forward by CVCA, or at least attempted. Sif has it, cross ice pass, but intercepted. Sif will battle for it again. He'll dig it out. He'll skate into the offensive zone. Sif's shot is knocked down all the way back to the red line where Eli Parada has it. Royals get back on side. Parada will send it in off of Binder's blockers. She makes the save, and here come the Riders. Carter Martin there at center ice to knock it all the way back in, and Roosevelt will have to chase it. Macaron is on it with a minute 13 to go. 1-1. This is sent out, and Martin has it. Martin, cross ice. Parada sends it forward. He'll get it right back. 1 minute to go, second period. 1-1. This puck is deflected and flutters to the right of Binder. Sent up the boards. Martin keeps it in. Now Chidima has it. His shot saved by Binder, and she sticks it aside. Chidimo collected it again. Sends it up to Martin. Martin dumps it back down low, and it's picked off by Stauffer. And now a chance. Here comes Sims. Shot. Missed the goal altogether. Kept in, though, by the Riders on the far side. France has it dispossessed, and the Royals just dump it down the ice. Binder will have to play it, or will she? They wave off the icing. Around the boards it comes with 20 seconds left. Parada has it. He'll dump it in deep. And to collect it down low is Alex Geist. Geist has it. Time for one more rush if they hurry. 12 seconds left. Up to center ice and unable to connect with Alex Sims. Carter Martin has it. He's going to skate behind his own net. He's going to get some pressure. A little lackadaisical, but the clock will run out. And that's the end of period number 2. Shots on goal in the second period, 14 for the Royals, 9 for the Riders. In this case, the score that matters, the stat that matters, 1 Rough Riders goal off the stick of Dominic France, none for the Royals. That puts the score at 1-1 at the end of 2 periods of play. We've reached the second intermission, and we'll pause for another message from Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. Second intermission, score CVCA 1, Kent Roosevelt 1, and a reminder that you can avail yourself an opportunity to learn more about CVCA at the upcoming Family Preview Night, which will take place on Thursday night, February 9th, 2023. That's a little over a week away, in fact, 1 week from tonight. And to sign up, you can go to www.cvcaroyals.org/admissions for an opportunity to learn more about the Royals community at the upcoming Family Preview Night on February the 9th. Once again, we've reached the second intermission. Dominic France, the equalizer, about 10 minutes into period number 2. The Royals 1 goal in the night off of the blade of Noah Chidima, a shorthanded shot that fooled Brooke Binder late in period number 1. The Royals stymied otherwise, and we go to the final 15 minutes of regulation in a 1-1 tie. So we promised you we'd give you all the permutations and all the other iterations that could possibly happen. We'll try and do our best to do that here with the Barron Cup coming up next week. And we'll start out with the Blue East standings. We've been telling you all year that the top 3 teams in the East and the West will automatically qualify for the Barron Cup. And the 4th place team will have to play in a play-in game against the fourth-place team from the West. So at this stage, we know who's going to be in the Barron Cup from the East and the West. Orange and NDCL eliminated. CVCA currently sitting atop the standings with a 7-1 record. 2 games left to play, including this one tonight. So one more period tonight, and then a game on Saturday against Chagrin Falls. Both teams still could win the division. So the Royals with a win tonight would be assured of at least a share of the divisional championship, and they hold a goal differential advantage against Chagrin Falls, which is why, regardless of what happens on Saturday, with a win tonight, the Royals would get the top seed and the top spot out of the East. But Chagrin Falls can win the division if the Royals fall tonight and then fall again on Saturday. Roosevelt currently sits third with 9 points, but with an identical record to Canfield. Again, they hold a goal differential advantage against the Canfield Cardinals, but a loss tonight would finish the regular season for Roosevelt with 9 points. The Cardinals have a remaining game against Orange, a game in which they should be favored, and should they win or tie that game and Roosevelt lose tonight, Canfield would move up to the 3 spot. Roosevelt would drop down to the 4. So Roosevelt playing for an opportunity to avoid the play-in game tonight with a win. With a tie, hadn't thought much about that. With a tie, they would leave the door open for Canfield to overtake them this coming weekend. So that's the East. Royals currently leading. They've got an opportunity to close it out tonight and on Saturday for the top spot in the East. On the West side, Parma has been out in front all season. They currently are 7 wins, no losses, 2 ties, but they did suffer that second tie last weekend in the final rivalry game against Normandy. That opened the door for the Royals, actually, because assuming Parma wins tonight, they would finish 8-0-2. If the Royals were to win out and be 9-1, from a percentage standpoint, that's equal, and the Royals again hold a tiebreaker against Parma based on goal differential. But Parma will win, or will likely win, the West Division. Cleveland Heights has secured at least second spot. They are on a 5-game winning streak, and so they've gone from 4 points to 14 points in about a week and a half. Heights earlier this season had their rink closed down because of a water main break right around the Christmas holiday and had to postpone a bunch of games. So they have been very busy. They have 6 games in about a week and a half. They've played 5 of them and won all 5. So they've rocketed up to second spot, and they will get that second seed at a minimum from the West. Normandy, by virtue of a win last night in overtime against Westlake, is at 9 points, and they likely will finish third, but Lakewood could overtake them with 2 games to go, but they'd have a couple of tough games, does Lakewood, one of those against Parma tonight. So that's the West. Parma, Cleveland Heights, Normandy, and Lakewood will make appearances next week in Brooklyn. Big games coming up this weekend, so we'll take a look at them. Here's the scoreboard. CVCA and Roosevelt playing right now. It's 1-1. Lakewood and Parma in action, and we'll try and get a score for you on that game. That game started at 8:30 p.m. Currently, it is 8:20, so that one begins in 10 minutes. We'll try and get an early score of that one before we go off the air tonight. Friday, Lakewood and Cleveland Heights playing again. Lakewood trying to stay out of that play-in game as well. Heights pretty much locked into the 2 seed. Chagrin Falls and CVCA on Saturday. That could be for the divisional championship. It could be for the 1 seed overall, depending on how this game finishes tonight. Canfield, with a win over Orange, will put the pressure on Roosevelt. And then Westlake and Normandy will settle things on Sunday afternoon in the final game of the regular season in the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League Blue divisions, and determine who is the 3 and who is the 4 on the west side. So what does it all look like? Here's the bracket. If the season were to end right now, and it won't end right now, so this is going to change. But right now, the Parma Redmen would be the 1 seed, and they'd play the winner of either Bay or Nordonia. So the Blue South, the 3rd division of the Blue, sends 1 team, the winner. That's the developmental division in the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League. One of those 2 teams will be the representative. Right now, they both have a win and a loss against each other, and so it comes down to goal differential again. There are 4 games, 2 each for Bay and Nordonia this weekend, that will determine which of those 2 teams advances to the Barron Cup. Chagrin Falls would currently play Normandy the 4-5 game. The Royals, currently slotted at the 2, would play the winner of the play-in game. Right now that's Canfield and Lakewood, but again, could change. And Cleveland Heights, pretty much the only thing you can bank on here, slotted in at the 2 on the west. That puts them at 3 overall, but currently slotted in against Roosevelt. This will change about 6 more times before the weekend, so don't take a picture of your screen. If you do, make sure you look at the text on the upper right-hand side underneath Barron Cup 3, subject to change. But we'll continue to keep you posted on CVCA live streams, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram accounts as the games that we just went through transpire over the course of the next 3 days. Here, we are at the second intermission, and there is work to be done for both of these teams to see who will come out on top. 15 minutes or more left to go in a 1-1 game, a game that got underway after Kent Roosevelt honored retiring WRA head coach Brand Clausen in a pregame ceremony, a mentor to Roosevelt head coach Brad Edwards, and then a first period that saw the score remain tied until late when Noah Chidima got a shorthanded goal, a shot from the left point that fooled Brooke Binder and beat her 10 minutes and 53 seconds into period number 1. That's how we ended the first period, and that's where the score remained until Dominic France blasted at a rebound from just inside the left face-off dot to equalize for the Rough Riders. Time of his goal, 9 minutes and 22 seconds of the second period, and that's where things stand. Shots on goal favor Roosevelt through 2 periods. Roosevelt has 22, the Royals 19. Once again, a reminder that we are back on the air tomorrow night with a special presentation of Royals basketball. CVCA will take on Manchester on senior night, and that game will be available to you on the NFHS network. That is the streaming home of all events in Tim Byerly Gymnasium and at Royal Stadium at CVCA. A subscription is required to access the NFHS network, but it's your opportunity to see CVCA superstar Darren Peterson, the super soft, one of the top 5 recruits in all the United States in the sophomore class. And then, obviously, senior night for the Royals, Jackson Shelby, Jonathan Fridline, Alan Japandian, Jackson Jabor, and Max Winslow will be honored before the game, and we'll have coverage for you beginning on the NFHS network starting at 6:30 p.m. tomorrow night. If you get an opportunity, get yourself on down to Tim Byerly Gymnasium and see the action in person tomorrow. CVCA and Manchester. Tip-off at 7. Coverage begins with the senior night ceremonies at 6:30. We will be back on the air again on Saturday for the final regular season game of the season for the Royals. We go on the air on YouTube, as we typically do for hockey broadcasts, the CVCA Boosters YouTube page at 4:30 in the afternoon on Saturday, CVCA and Chagrin Falls. From the Dan Costal Rec Center, senior night for the Royals on Saturday. The hockey team, the hockey seniors, Karsten Hauk, the goaltender, Mark Mosher and Zach Nichols, the defenseman, and the captain, Nick Humphrey, to be honored before the game in that. It is also Junior Royals night on Saturday, and so there's still an opportunity to sign up for that. If you've got a younger student that's not yet at CVCA, it's part of the Junior Royals, and you want to come out, a free skate with the team after the event, you can go to the www.cvcaroyals.org/junior-royals to sign up for that. Here, they're cleaning up the pucks from the Chuck-a-Puck activity that took place here at the end of the second period, and we'll just be ready for third period action in a handful of moments. Referees have returned back to the ice. They've got the goals in place, but we've yet to see the teams return to the ice. I'm sure they'll be coming in a couple of moments. That'll give you time to get to your refrigerator, refresh your beverage of choice before we're able to bring you third period action here from the Kent State University Ice Arena. You are tuned into CVCA live stream coverage of Royals hockey. Tim Nichols with you tonight. Joined as always by Sean Mosher, Kent Schwartzbeck, and Cody Anderson, bringing you the coverage here from high atop the KSU Ice Arena tonight. We do understand there has been some buffering. We are on the road, so it's not our normal setup. We are dealing with Wi-Fi in the facility. So if you've been suffering through some buffering, we apologize for that. But better than no coverage at all, as they say, and hopefully most of the broadcast has been clean for you. We'll be back with good Ethernet cable coverage tomorrow and on Saturday. It should have a good stream for you on both days. Next week, depending on how the Barron Cup brackets play out, Sports on Tap will have coverage of all the Monday games. The Royals are the 1 seed. They would play on Monday. If they are the 2 seed, they will play on Tuesday. We'd have that game for you from Brooklyn. If the Royals advance to next Saturday, we'll have both Saturday games for you from the venerable John M. Coyne Rec Center in Brooklyn, Ohio. But here, we've got 15 minutes to go. CVCA will go left to right in period number 3. The Riders looking to secure that 3rd spot and stay out of the play-in game next Monday will go right to left. As they do every period that starts, the Riders bang on the bench, makes a noise, but the Royals control the faceoff, and Chidima is into the offensive zone. His first shot is saved by Binder, and Outward is going to get leveled as he skated in and bumped into Binder. Can't do that, and Jared Outward paid for that. The referee has let it go. Nine seconds into the third period, and Outward's going to go for goaltender interference. Not only did he take the wrath of the Kent Roosevelt Rough Riders, but he's going to pay for it with a 2-minute penalty. And so the Royals will go on the penalty kill for the 3rd time tonight. Jared Outward in the box just 9 seconds into period number 3, an opportunity for Roosevelt. They don't put the penalty time on the clock. Royals with a chance. Shot on the shorthanded bid. Noah Chidima wants to have that one back. So he had a great opportunity right there off the faceoff for a second shorthanded goal tonight. It ricocheted into the netting behind the goal, and we'll do it again, this time from the right-hand side. Correction, it's not a power play. It's 5-on-5, but Outward is in the box, so we'll see how long he stays in the box. They've not yet announced the penalty, but that explains why there's no time on the clock. 5-on-5, centering pass, Chidima, shot, glove save. And we have the explanation finally. It's offsetting penalties. Mikey Haney, we didn't notice, is also in the box for the Riders. Haney in for roughing, and the call for Outward was slashing. And so we're playing 5-on-5 hockey. Off the face-off, Royals win it. Shot is wide. Carter Martin can't keep the zone. He's hauled down, no call again. And then he's tripped. Royals control, cross-ice pass, they'll try and build out. Sent forward, nobody there. Collected by Alex Geist, who'll skate behind his own goal. Geist with pressure from Chidima, turns it over. Martin's shot, knocked down in front. Here comes the Riders. France, the goal scorer, skates up into the offensive zone on his right wing shot, centers. Nobody there, long rebound all the way out to center ice, and Chidima has it. 1-on-2, Chidima skates in, but loses the puck. The other direction. Macaron, centering pass, poke checked away, and now sent down in deep, where it's Eli Parada has it for CVCA. He'll set up and angle it off the boards, but turns it over. He's going to get it back. Needs to be more decisive, clearing the zone than he was right there. It's sent up and now out. Eric Lager Lindstrom has it with pressure, gives it up, and sends it forward. Royals control. Parada finds Sif coming off the bench. Sif, cross ice pass. Stegmeyer, he's been quiet. Shoots and he scores! He's quiet no more. Cord Stegmeyer puts the Royals back on top, 2-1. Here's the replay. Cross ice pass. Stegmeyer got it on his forehand, shot, and beat Binder to put the Royals back on top for Cord Stegmeyer. The sophomore's 25th goal of the season, and CVCA is back out in front. Time of the Stegmeyer goal, 2 minutes, 2 seconds of period number 3, and it's CVCA 2, Roosevelt 1. Penalties to Haney and Outward will be up in 9 seconds, but it'll be 9 seconds on a whistle as we're still playing 5-on-5 hockey. Off the face-off, the Riders control, and they set it up ice. Shot, blocker save, second shot, Thandon, and a third attempt missed. Mosher will skate out with it for CVCA. Mosher takes the body, but the puck goes in. Sif has it for the Royals. Centers, and Stegmeyer, oh, what a save by Brooke Binder! Absolutely robbing Cord Stegmeyer of a second goal. Binder keeping her team in it. Brooke Binder, highway robbery. The sophomore. Are you not entertained? Put that on the Brooke Binder highlight reel. Back underway, 2-1 Royals, 12.5 to go. Royals dump it down low. Intercepted shot, and Binder stands tall again on the wraparound. A dangerous turnover behind the net. Brooke Binder paying attention, and she's keeping her team in it the last 10 seconds of play. Here it is again, the Royals with outstanding opportunity. Face off to the right of Binder. Royals win it back. Martin dumps it down low. Outward, out of the box, and he'll chase it into the corner. Sends it back the other direction. Chidima tries to come up with it. Gets it, centers, but it goes all the way to the high point. Kept in by Parada. He'll dump it down low. Brad Sims. Stegmeyer from Humphrey and Sif, the official scoring on the goal for CVCA. Back to live action here. The Royals will head up the ice again. Outward, gains the zone, sends it around the boards. France sweeps it to the far side boards and comes up with it to the point. France still has it, one-on-one against Eli Parada. Into the offensive zone, winds up, shoots, and high and into the netting. A save for the Royals. Here's the replay. Good opportunity for France. Parada got in the way. France still got the shot off, and it looks like a save by Caleb Mosher keeps it a 2-1 game for CVCA. Face-off one back to the Riders. Centering pass, but no one there. Stegmeyer will get on it. He'll circle back, and he'll set up the break. Stegmeyer builds out. Still has it on his stick. Gains the zone. He's going to shoot. And it's deflected high and off the glass on the near side. Puck is loose in front. Humphrey collects it, tries to get on his forehand. It'll go up to the point where Mosher has it. Mosher shoots in, deflected in front by Sif. Another shot high and just misses altogether. Humphrey has his stick grabbed and taken away from him. Now picks it back up off the ice. 10:50 to go. Royals 2, Riders 1. Owen Stauffer can't exit the zone cleanly. Humphrey got in his way. And now he's hauled down by Stauffer. The whistles blow, and we'll see what the calls are going to be. Holding is definitely the call. Humphrey's skating away, and Stauffer is going to go in the box for the Riders, the first penalty of the night. Or actually the second, since Haney was just in the box, but the first power play opportunity of the night for CVCA. A bear hug. If you're watching for the Royals, as a fan of the Royals, you might think this is a great opportunity. but it actually might be a good opportunity for the Riders, as the Royals' power play has been the weakest aspect of the Royals team this season. We'll see what they can do here. They send out Chidima, Outward, Schwartzbeck, Parada, and Martin. The Riders 83% on the penalty kill this season, 55 of 66. Right off the faceoff, the Royals get a shot and Binder makes a save. Chidima hauled down, no call. Round the boards it goes. Parada dumps it in, off the boards. In front, Chidima gets a shot off, tries to get a second rebound, it's loose, and Alex Sims sends it up and clears it down the ice for the Riders with 1:35 to go on the penalty time. Eli Parada collects it, 1:30 to go. He'll start the break. Long pass, connects. Cross ice, behind, Outward. But he'll collect it and send it back in. But the Riders have it. They'll send it up and clear it down the ice with 1:15 to go. 9:55 to go in regulation. Royals 2, Riders 1. Cross ice pass, connects. CVCA another cross ice pass. This time, Outward has it, gains the zone. Outward on the left flank. Leaves it for Chidima, but it's intercepted, and here comes a shorthanded bid for Roosevelt. Nice play by Carter Martin to dispossess the Roosevelt attacker. Chidima gains the zone again, is ridden off the puck, though, by Mikey Haney. And a clearance out to the neutral ice. Martin will collect it, wait for his teammates to get on side, and reset. Gains the zone, Carter skates in, shoots, loose in front, and cleared out of harm's way with 35 to go. Eli Parada will skate back and collect the puck. Royals changing. Humphrey. David Siff out there now, and he looks for Siff and gets him. Siff dumps it in deep. Macaron down there, but Siff digs it out. Siff has it. Loose in front. Macaron sends it around the boards. Mark Mosher will backhand it, try and keep it in. It's high off the glass, and he does dump it in deep. 4 seconds left in the penalty time. And Stauffer will be coming out of the box in just a moment. He does, and back to full strength. The puck trickles out of the zone, and Mosher is back on at 5-on-5 with 8:34 to go. Mark Mosher with speed into the offensive zone. His shot is deflected and goes wide. Dumped down low, and the Riders will try and build out with it. But Mosher sends it back in, deflected in front, and a score by Nick Humphrey. The captain for CVCA puts the Royals up 3-1. Here's the replay. Mark Mosher sent it forward, and Humphrey right there to deflect it. Eric Lager Lindstrom, all he could do was watch it, beat his goaltender, Brooke Binder. Time of the goal, 6 minutes and 45 seconds. Royals take the lead by 2. It's CVCA 3 and Roosevelt 1. Nick Humphrey, the captain, gets his 17th goal of the season, the assist to Mark Mosher. And the Royals with their first 2-goal lead of the afternoon, or the evening rather. Mosher takes a big hit behind the net. It's loose in front. He shakes it off, and the Royals will try and clear the zone. They don't yet, but it ricochets off the skate of Chidima to center ice. And now the Riders lose the puck in the defensive zone. It comes high to Zach Nichols. His shot is deflected high off the stick of Brooke Binder. Nichols making a bid for his 3rd goal in 3 games right there. And he would have had it. Here it is. Had not Binder deflected that high. Good opportunity for the Royals. Nichols heads off the ice and gets a pat on the back from Karsten Hauk. And the faceoff will be to the right of Binder. One back to CVCA. Stegmeyer's shot deflects high into the air. Collected by Siff. He sends it forward, and it goes wide and cleared out by the Riders, but dumped right back in by CVCA. Sent up, not out. Shot wide into the corner. Siff will chase. France is right there. Siff's going to dig it out. Centering pass. Nobody there for the Royals. Haney. Stegmeyer in front. Shot, score! The Royals with a 3rd goal in the 3rd period. And they go up 4-1. A beautiful pass behind the net. As we watch it again, Stegmeyer had Siff right there. A blind pass to David Siff, who beat Brooke Binder, and the Royals have taken command with 3 goals in the third period. That's 2 goals in 1 minute and 3 seconds for CVCA. And timeout is called by Brad Edwards, who sees this one getting away from the Riders here. Through 2 periods of play, a 1-1 contest, and the Royals have come out on fire in period number 3, leading this one now 3-1. Check that, it's 4-1. As the timeout carries on here, hey guys, you got another replay of that one? Let's take a look at it once again for the fans at home. Puck loose to the right-hand side. Nick Humphrey chased after it. Haney got to it first, and Stegmeyer, backhanded shot. Siff right there, and just put it right past Binder. Humphrey and Stegmeyer on the assists on the Siff goal, the 4th goal officially. So a pair of assists. And we're back underway, 7:11 to go. All the way down at Binder, she makes a save. And out to center ice where Mark Mosher has it. He'll dump it in. It's controlled by Haney. And Mosher will dump it again. Saved by Binder. Down to 6:45 to go. Chadima, shot knocked down in front. Outward will chase to it, and the Royals faster to the puck here in the third period. Shot in, knocked aside. Wilford had it knocked down, and it's kicked there by Macaron. Kept in by the Royals, though. Nice job by Mosher. And, a penalty coming on the Riders again, and the Royals will go on the power play. Will it be a boarding call or a cross-check? That's the question. Roughing. Option number 3. The referee had his choice right there. So CVCA on the power play with 6:27 to go in the third period. Mosher has it. Sends it in. It's wide of the goal, off the side of the goal. Nick Humphrey has it behind the net. He'll center it. Shot by Siff. It's knocked down in front. Sent up and kept in by Mosher. Nice job by him. His shot is wide. On the far side, it's sent around. Humphrey's going to get there first, and Humphrey's got it. Into the corner. 6 minutes to go. Humphrey, big hit. Siff evades one, evades a second, still has the puck, trying to look for a centering opportunity. Falls down in the near side corner. Humphrey will dump it back down low for the Royals in the minute 23. Stegmeyer, and we've got a high stick whistle. Played with a high stick, it looks like, perhaps. So they're going to take it all the way down into the defensive zone for CVCA. Face off in the defensive zone for the Royals to the right of Caleb Mosher. And they are underway in Parma. No score early, 11 minutes to go in the first period between Parma and Lakewood tonight. Meanwhile here, no icing as it was deflected in. So the Royals still on a power play. 1 minute and 3 seconds to go, and that's shot down the ice, collected by Carter Martin. Martin, up ice, finds a teammate, and the breakout is on. Outward gains the zone for the Royals. Has it poked away. Parada, though, will dump it down low. Royals up 4-1 behind 3 third-period goals here as the Riders clear it down the ice. Closing in on 5 minutes to go in the contest in regulation. Parada evades for a moment, but a nice job And a slash by number 31. Alex Geist is absolutely unloading on Eli Parada. The referees let it go. The entire Royals bench up in arms right there as Alex Geist gets away with one in his battle with Eli Parada. Or did they call it? No, they did. And Geist heads into the box. The Royals will have 5-on-3 for 21 seconds. He slams his stick down in disgust and frustration. The reality setting in here for the Riders. They've got a busy weekend ahead. A date with Strongsville, I believe we recalled, and then Kenston, and they're going to, barring a massive comeback here, going to have to play on Monday in a play-in game. 5-on-3 power play for CVCA. Zach Nichols knocks it down, but he can't keep it in. 15 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Mark Mosher has it for the Royals, as the Royals will try and set up. They cannot control the puck, though, and waste the 5-on-3 opportunity. Dominic France has it. Players should be coming out of the box for the Riders, and they're going to get a chance here, although Mark Mosher deflects and destroys that opportunity. Offsides as Nick Humphrey came into the zone. Royals still on a 5-on-4 power play for another minute and 34 seconds on the Alex Geist slashing penalty. So once this penalty is consumed, there'll be less than 3 minutes to go, about 2 minutes and 45 seconds. The Royals closing in on what would be a share of the divisional championship for the first time since 2010. And a win here tonight would guarantee the Royals no worse than second place, the second seed overall in the Barron Cup next week. Minute 11 to go on the penalty time. 3:56 left to go in the contest. Royals still on the power play. Martin will skate in, shoot, and Brooke Binder makes another save. Brooke Binder has played great tonight. Just the defense in front of her, just not strong enough. She made some fantastic saves, including that one spectacular save off of Cord Stegmeyer when the score was still 1-1. But clock the enemy now of the Riders, and the Royals want to see it tick down as quickly as possible. 3:25 to go, 38 seconds left on the power play. Outward will skate out, cross ice pass, Chidima can't haul it in, but it does trickle into Dominic France. He tries to send it up, and it is cleared down the ice, and Eli Parado takes a look back, looks at the clock, sees he has time, and he'll collect the puck. Stauffer with a check, letting him know he's still around. And now a chance for the Riders on the shorthanded bid, sticked aside by Caleb Mosher. Another shot goes behind the net. The Royals with 5 seconds to go in the penalty time. Geist will be coming out of the box, and a whistle blows as the penalty time expires, and 2:46 is all that is left between CVCA and their 22nd victory of the season. Offsides is the call. Here's the replay. And it was. So we face off right down below us into the offensive zone. Stegmeyer hauled down with Mikey Haney. And a big hit in the corner as the puck is loose. Stegmeyer's stick being held. Zach Nichols has it. He's going to dump it back in right off the face mask of Brooke Binder from almost center ice with 2.5 to go. Delayed penalty coming on CVCA, and so delayed penalty. Binder is out of the net. 6-on-5 for the Riders right here, and the Riders, Haney, check that, Macaron has it. He's going to skate in, passes, and the Royals cannot control. And finally, Cord Stegmeyer is going to touch up, and the Riders are going to be on the power play for 2 minutes of the final 2:07, and you've got to believe that Brooke Binder's time on the ice is just about done, especially if it's an offensive zone faceoff for the Riders, down 3 goals. Although she does get sent out by Coach Edwards here with 2:07. Cord Stegmeyer in the box for CVCA. So that altercation where he was trying to get his stick results in a power play opportunity for the Riders. But Noah Chidima chips it up, And Chedima's going to chase after it. 2-on-1 opportunity for the Royals on the shorthanded bid. Outward shot. Saved by Binder. Zach Nichols has it. He's going to wind up and just dump it in deep. Minute 52 to go in the game. A minute 43 to go in the penalty time. Outward. Gets to the puck. Into the corner. Royals up 4-1. And now Macaron for the Riders. Will try and head up ice. Again, Brooke Binder still in the goal. Macaron will gain the zone. And he's got on the right side. Skating in behind the net. Binder finally heads off. Empty net for the Riders. 6-on-4 coming as they get the extra attacker out on the ice. Shot and a save by Mosher with 1:22 to go in the game. A minute 15 to go in the contest. And the face-off will happen in the offensive zone for the Riders, trailing by 3. They need goals and they need them quick. The extra attacker is on for Roosevelt. They win the face-off. Macaron shot, save. Second shot is wide. Carter Martin gets there, feathers it forward, shot down the ice, and it's going to be wide of the net. Icing, actually the Royals on a penalty kill. Shot, score! Empty net goal by David Siff. The Royals able to ice the puck because they're on the penalty kill. Siff, the first one to it, and he puts it in the back of the net. Royals 5 and Riders 1. That's going to just about seal it as Siff got down the ice and hustled. He beat Macaron, and he gets the 5th goal tonight for CVCA. For Siff, goal number 15 on the season, and the Royals, 4 goals in the third period, turning a close 1-1 contest into a 5-1 blowout. Binder back in. The Royals gain the face-off, still on the penalty kill with another minute to go. Carter Stevenson out on the ice, loses the puck. Siff, who just scored the empty netter, just dumps it in deep, and the Royals still down a man. He'll skate off the ice, and Humphrey skates back on. 43 seconds to go. Stevenson has it poke checked away at the blue line. And now Humphrey in the offensive zone. He'll take a shot. Binder with another save. Down to 27 seconds left. Martin will dump it in deep. 15 seconds left to go on the penalty. Siff from Martin and Schwartzbeck, the official scoring on the last goal for the Royals. 13 seconds left. Royals, Martin poke checks that away once again. Penalty time expires, and we're down to the final 7 seconds. Haney skates in, shoots, glove down by Caleb Mosher. 1.7 seconds left on the clock, and the Royals are going to be victorious tonight here at the Kent State University Ice Arena. They go 6-1 on this 7-game road trip. Puck is dropped down, shot in on Mosher. The clock winds out, and the Royals 22-7. Their 8th win in the division, and they guarantee themselves the 2 seed in the Barron Cup next week. CVCA with a hard-earned victory tonight at the Kent State University Ice Arena. And the Riders, a good effort tonight, 1-1 through 2, but in the third period, 4 goals by CVCA. And the door is open for the Canfield Cardinals to get that third spot if they can get a win or a tie against Orange this weekend. The Riders will have to sit back and watch the scoreboard to see what occurs in that game between Canfield and Orange to see whether or not they'll be playing in the play-in game on Monday, but in all likelihood that will be the result. Good sportsmanship being shown on the ice. As we said, these players earlier in the contest know each other. They played 5 games against each other. They've known each other for even longer, many of them playing youth hockey against each other. And so good to see Mikey Haney, Caleb Mosher, and the rest of the players connecting with each other. Out at center ice, Noah Chedima, a long conversation with a couple of friends from the Riders. CVCA, though, getting the win tonight. They've got 1 more regular season contest to go. A win on Saturday will guarantee them the number 1 seed in the Blue Barron Cup 3 next week in Brooklyn. An update from Parma. With 3 minutes to go in the first period, the Parma Redmen are leading Lakewood by a score of 2-1. So once again, if Lakewood should win tonight, then the Royals would have the number 1 seed automatically sewn up tonight before we all hit our heads on the pillows. But here tonight, the Royals victorious, and they clinch a share of their first divisional championship since 2010. This great 2022-2023 season continues on for CVCA. We'll do the wrap-up for you now as we transition into the post-game. Royals victorious 5-1. They got the scoring underway tonight when Noah Chidima got a shorthanded goal that fooled Brooke Binder 10 minutes and 53 seconds into the first period. It was 1-0 Royals at the break. The only goal of the second period scored by Dominic France. He put in a rebound to make it 1-1, and we went to the second intermission tied. But in the third period, CVCA with a huge outburst. First, Cord Stegmeyer, who, as we said, had been quiet until that moment, beat Brooke Binder 2 minutes into the second period, making it 2-1. And then 2 goals in 1 minute and 3 seconds. First by Nick Humphrey from Mark Mosher, and then a beautiful play. David Siff, off a beautiful feed from Stegmeyer, made it 4-1 with 7:12 to go. Siff added an empty netter for his second goal of the night with 1:08 to go, and that's how we finished up here. CVCA 5 and Roosevelt 1. So with the win tonight, we'll update the Barron Cup bracket, and it looks very much familiar. And it doesn't really change much from earlier. The Royals still, for the moment, the 2 seed. Parma playing right now. The Royals, if they win on Saturday, would move into the 1 seed overall. But for the moment, Parma still sitting atop the 1 seed. The Royals, the 2 seed. Roosevelt with the loss, still sitting in that likely. Actually, that's the only thing that has changed here. Roosevelt now on the play-in line. If Canfield were to lose to Orange this weekend, Roosevelt would move back up, but they need help now to avoid the play-in game. Once again, CVCA can go to the 1 seed overall with a win on Saturday, or if Parma loses tonight in their game that's ongoing with Lakewood. So, that is the current Barron Cup bracket following tonight's action. Our next game will be Saturday from the Dan Costell Rec Center, and we'll have coverage for you beginning at 4:30 on senior night on CVCA Livestream, where we'll honor Mark Mosher, Karsten Hauk, Nick Humphrey, and Zach Nichols, the 4 seniors who are authoring, along with the swarm line of sophomores and the rest of the Royals, perhaps the best regular season in school history. We'll go so far to say that for the moment. But the 4 Royal seniors to be honored Saturday. It's also Junior Royals night. So if you want to head out with your youngsters, come on out. Make sure you sign up on the CVCA website. 4:30 coverage begins. Puck drop at 4:45. Our next broadcast will not be Saturday. It'll be tomorrow night, and it'll be basketball from the Tim Byerly Memorial Gymnasium. Senior night for the CVCA Royals boys basketball team. Contest against Manchester. The Royals can win a share of the PAC title tomorrow night, and that broadcast will be brought to you on the NFHS Network. That is a subscription-based service, the official live stream partner of all CVCA athletics activities in Tim Byerly Memorial Gymnasium and at Royals Stadium. You can watch that if you have a subscription left over on an annual basis from football season or the fall sports season, or if you've been watching along on the non-play-by-play broadcast. But we'll have the full live stream experience from CVCA live stream for you tomorrow night from the Tim Byerly Memorial Gymnasium on the campus of CVCA. Tune in at 6:30 for the senior night activities. Tip-off 7 o'clock. So, tonight, the final score once again, CVCA 5 and Kent Roosevelt 1. So, until tomorrow night at Tim Byerly Gymnasium, on behalf of Sean Mosher, Kent Schwartzbeck, and Cody Anderson, the team that brings you the coverage here, We'd like to thank you for watching tonight. My name is Tim Nichols. We'll talk to you tomorrow from CVCA at the gym on the basketball game, and we'll talk to you again on Saturday. So long, everyone. Have a good night.